Hello everyone, this is Anushka Man and welcome back to my channel. It is October month now and I know that the anxieties and the tensions for the CAT exam are at an all-time high because the exam is coming closer, but don't worry, you have been doing well and I know you all are gonna do really well in your examination. So in today's video, I'm going to share top 5 things that are important for any CAT aspirant to follow, especially when you are nearing so close to the actual examination. So let's get started. First of all, please excuse my voice because I'm just recovering from a really bad viral fever, but okay. At number 5, we have something which I've been repeating consistently now, and that is to take mocks properly and also to analyze them properly. The thing is that mocks are a very powerful tool now to analyze and to understand how well you have understood all the concepts that you have prepared for far. Ideally, you can take around 2 mocks per week, depends on your level of comfortability, where you are on your preparation level. But taking mocks is just 30% of the work. The major part lies in the analysis of the work. It is very important that you analyze the mocks properly and then understand where is the mistake that you are making. What is the gap? Is it a conceptual gap? Is it something that you're not able to handle time properly? Or is it something that you get anxious? You have to understand that why you are making the mistakes that you are making in the exam and then improve upon them accordingly. In case you need help to actually analyze your mock properly and you're not able to do it properly, I've also made a video for the same and you can go and check that out. At number 4, we have to manage your strengths and weaknesses properly. So till now, you should be able to understand that what topics are your strengths and what topics are your weaknesses. With just 50 days left for exam, you cannot try and mug up and learn every single thing that is there. It's time to be strategic. It's time to be smart. So all the concepts that you know that you are very comfortable with, make sure that you attempt the advanced level questions for the same, and to ensure that all those strengths, all those topics which are your strengths, you make them absolutely spot on and you don't make any mistakes over there. For the topics which are actually your weaknesses, what you can do is you don't have to go from scratch and start learning them from the basic level now. What you can do is that you can rely on some crash course videos or maybe skim through the topics so that at least you have some basic level idea. That is, in the exam you are able to solve at least the basic level questions for those topics which are your weaknesses. If you are someone who's still struggling to find the right resources to practice the questions still, I had found this resource recently. It's a book from Oswal which is called Chapter Wise and Topic Wise Questions. Now this particular book is 100% updated with even the 2024 question papers fully solved from shifts 1 to 3. So it's a good thing that it's not an outdated book and that it doesn't have the recent questions. It even has the questions which came in the last year examination. Apart from that, you can also do extensive practice via this book because there are 2200 plus questions chapter wise included in this book, apart from 3 sample question papers. I have a copy of this book in my room and I went through it, and what I really liked about this book was that it also has these tips, tricks and useful insights which are helpful in quick revision, and also it has all the formulas and the concepts noted down at one place so that you can have a quick look before taking any mock or if you want to revise the concepts. It also includes the notes for every single concept, and it also has some revision material for every single concept or chapter so that you are able to skim through the material quickly and you don't have to go through your notes every time you're doing it. It also ensures that you are 100% exam ready because it also includes trend analysis from the previous year question papers of the CAT examination. So all in all, if you are someone who is still looking for a reliable resource to start practicing questions or to improve on certain chapters, you can actually go ahead and buy that. I have put the link in my description and I've also pinned it in the comments. You can click on that link and go and buy this book. Number 3, very important, is that maintain a formula or mistake notebook. So in this notebook, not just you have to write down the formula and the important tricks you have learned so far for every single chapter, but at the same time, you also have to note down the mistakes that you have made in certain questions. Like for example, some conceptual error you made in a concept, note down that question And whenever you are revising, that gets ingrained in your mind so that you don't repeat those errors again and again. I know a lot of people have asked for my formula notebook, but I'm away from that. I don't have the copy of my formula notebook with me right now. But as soon as I can get my hands on it, I'll share the PDF with you guys as soon as possible. So please wait a little bit more and I'll share it with you guys. Number 2, perfect the art of question selection. Now in the CAT examination, nobody expects you to solve all the questions that are there. It doesn't test how many questions you can solve. It tests how quickly and smartly are you able to identify the right set of questions that you can solve in the minimum amount of time and then correctly. Like for example, in quants, you should be able to, if you have done all the concepts, if you have been through all the concepts, then you should be able to solve at least 7 to 8 basic level questions from the question paper. You should be able to identify those questions and solve them correctly. For DILR, you should be able to select only 2 sets to begin with, and to get a very decent score in DILR. You should be able to select those 2 sets, solve them decently and accurately. So it's less about how many questions you solve, but more about how smart you are in terms of question selection. And number 1, and the very, very important thing to keep in mind, is to manage your mindset. Now the last 50 days, it's full of anxiety, it's full of tension. Your scores fluctuate. It happens with everybody. It happens with me as well. But what I can say from my own experience is that do not focus on outcomes right now. Just focus on showing up to practice, to study for the examination every single day. Focus on being consistent rather than thinking about the outcomes or other things. You have to, at this point of time, surround yourself with the friends and family who actually give you motivation and don't bring you down by saying things like, oh, you haven't done this, oh, you should have been scoring this much by this time. Trust me, you will find a lot of such people, but you don't have time for such negativity. Surround yourself with people who actually fuel you with the motivation to show up to practice, to show up to study every single day and get closer and closer to your dream B score. I know you all have worked really hard so far and you will all come out with flying colors in the examination. If you need any help from my end, please feel free to reach out in the comments. It just doesn't have to be about the academic stuff. If you're feeling down, if you're feeling demotivated, you can actually type that down in the comments. And we have built a very beautiful community for ourselves and we can help each other out. So best of luck to all of you and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.